It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. In a crowded skincare market, making your brand stand out, well, it can feel like you're searching for a needle in a haystack. And competing even in a heavy market for skincare, like against companies like the Ordinary, Glossier, I mean, it almost seems like it's impossible. And CeraVe faced a challenge very similar to this. They said, well, how do we get started? And then how do we deal with the competition? You think about it, every CEO, the biggest challenge we have often in a saturated market is how do we have a sales message that resonates with our ideal client so they know exactly what we do and they trust us to serve them. Now, CeraVe's journey wasn't just about developing exceptional skincare. They decided to reach out. In fact, in 2021, they reached $1 billion in sales. That's pretty significant, by the way. And it secured the #3 spot in the dermacosmetics industry, which is pretty huge, by the way. Not only that, but they achieved 75% year-over-year growth. So it wasn't just about branding. It wasn't just about PR. They had a sales strategy that allowed them to do 3 things. And inside this sales strategy, they had a sales message. What did they do? First, they leveraged collaboration. So at a time where other skincare companies are out there doing all the marketing with a lot of glitz and glamour, they stepped back and they decided to do a collaboration. Yaram Yarbi, they used that person in the beginning to bridge with the younger group. Then they said, let's build communities of folks who are interested in skincare. Again, they were focusing on digital savvy clients. They were very clear in their sales message, very clear in their sales strategy, and they had a system and a funnel to support it. See, CeraVe's strategy focused on leveraging their strengths, their unique selling proposition. So they kind of sidestepped what I call the heavy visual strategy, which does work, and they anchored it instead on 3 things. And you could use this as well as a CEO. Number 1 is about transparency and education. So they educated their target audience, and they were transparent in the ingredients that they used. That was different. It wasn't just about the look and the feel. Then they came back and said, we want to partner with you so we can make the products even better. Now, you might say, Shay, that's overly simplistic, but it has to be part of the sales strategy, the sales messaging, the sales system that goes out. And this highlights really the importance of sales leaders, even in a crowded market, being able to stand out. So what's my big takeaway from CeraVe, which is the brand of brands in skincare, by the way, and dermatology? Number 1, have a well-defined sales system. Number 2, focus on your unique selling proposition. And number 3, keep in mind the golden rule, according to Shay Brown, by the way, is that collaboration crushes competition. You do that and you will see your sales go up, 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 up and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you, and be on your smart device right now. Be on your tablet or your phone or your computer. Thanks for inviting me in. I really appreciate it. And now we're going to focus on your business, focus on your sales, focus on your sales department. So we start off every single morning with our mantra. And our mantra every morning is, if you can't focus, our mantra is focus on sales. That's the mantra. Focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. Every CEO, I want you to be thinking, I got to focus on sales. But then we have a mantra that goes along with that. And that is, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. In fact, you can repeat that after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And the big why is sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. So without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. The big takeaway is that selling is serious business, by the way. It really is serious business. Then our next segment is about what you can do as a CEO. So this is all about you, and it's about you. So it's about learn, earn, and return. That's our responsibility as a CEO. In order to do that, there are 3 things we need to do to make sure the sales department is taken care of. Repeat these words after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And then we get together with our objectives, and that is about daily sales progress. So every day we're going to get a little bit better, a little bit better, and a little bit better. But also we're not going to understand that there are some roadblocks. The case that we mentioned this morning, there were roadblocks. It was a saturated market. There were roadblocks. There was already big giants out there. There were roadblocks. The clients were using someone else. There were roadblocks. And how do we overcome those roadblocks? And number 3, to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand. in order to be successful. Sales pillar number 1 must have a CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2 must understand your sales cycle. Sales pillar number 3, you must have a sales message. Sales pillar number 4, you must understand your CEO sales dashboard. We spent a whole segment on that. And then sales pillar number 5, well, you need a 7-figure sales team. Okay, you do that, and it makes things a whole lot easier, by the way. You know, for those folks that are tuning in and it's your very first time, or you're with us every single morning, do me a favor. I like to connect. You can see me, but I can't see you. So look right below the video, and put hashtag I'm here. Let me know you're in the building, that you showed up. We appreciate you. It's a way of connecting with other folks, by the way. And if you can't do it because you're not on one of the social platforms, maybe you're not, you can still put hashtag replay. Maybe you're watching the replay. You couldn't be here at 8 a.m., but this is your sales meeting. This is the time you focus on your sales department. So go ahead and put hashtag replay. Put hashtag replay. And for everyone else that's on the on-demand streaming platforms, thanks for joining in, whether you're on Roku or Apple TV or Amazon Fire or YouTube Live or the podcast stations. I read every comment. I appreciate it, by the way. So do me a favor. Just drop me a note over at I am Che Brown. Let me know that you're here. We appreciate you. Now, the number one question that gets asked oftentimes is, what is the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? Why do we get together every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to focus on the business? And the answer is simple. It's very clear. One sentence. CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know how to sell, but how do you do it faster, easier, and have a path to you getting the revenue you're looking for in your business so you can have the resources. And all we ask for is 15 minutes a day, but we have a big why. And our why is about sales growth, sales accountability, and consistency. And you may have heard this before, that consistency is the key. Without consistency, it's hard to get to where you want to get to. And then we only ask for 15 minutes a day. So there are 1,440 minutes in every day. So we get together every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a way for you and I to connect, by the way. And then in that 15 minutes, we're focusing on sales. So there's 1,440 minutes in every day. For your business, you slow down to take 1% of that day. And then 1% of that day, you're focused on increasing your sales results. How cool is that, by the way? Now, you might be wondering, why do we do that? What's our outcome? Our number one outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever we're earning today. We're going to earn an extra $100,000 over and beyond what we're earning because we're focusing on the one area, and that one area is our sales results. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of a lag here. There we go. Make sure you can see me. Okay, 1 second. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. I kind of lost you for a second there. So let's get into the most important segment that we have, which is the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard is super important because every single day when I was working with clients and we wanted to get to $100,000 a month, the question came up. And you may be asking the same question. Say, how do I get to $100,000 a month? It's a great question. And I would say, well, what are we measuring today? In many cases, they were just measuring sales because that's what I did for a number of years. And my clients were doing the same thing. And I said, no, we got to look at the sales indicators, the metrics that move the needle. And so when I brought this idea to them, it wasn't a new idea, but boy, it created an awareness of something that they were missing. And in that awareness, they were able to implement it. And that's how they get to $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. So we created the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard really has 5 main components. It has leads, offers, deals, leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can now download the CEO Dashboard. I'm going to open up in a moment. We normally take about a segment to go through this. This is just important. If you haven't downloaded it, you can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Again, www.ceosalesdashboard.com. And then once you download it, you'll have it there as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. Let's go right now. Let's open it up. And you do the same thing. This might be the only time you do this right away. And it's an Excel sheet. Now, in this Excel sheet, you go over to the top and you go to today's date, and you would come down, and for each category, you would fill in the details. So there would be leads. Okay, how many leads came into the database yesterday? Cool. You look at the sales department, they might say, well, how many leads we qualified yesterday? How many leads we qualified the day before? You do the same for appointments, offers, deals. And then today, I would like to talk a little bit about repeat business. That's down here at the bottom, a little bit about repeat business, by the way, because we know that 80% of every dollar goes to get new clients. So if we can save that money, we can invest it in other areas as the revenue comes in, by the way. So let's take a look at that category. Now, you can break this down by product. It really, really works. But I'm gonna encourage you right now to download this and just work with it for just 1 week. My promise is your focus will be where you want it to be. You're going to see a transformation in your sales department, not because of the numbers, because of where your focus goes, your energy flows, and you're the one responsible for the resources. So it makes it so much easier. So let's just look at repeat business. Let me see. Let's just look at repeat business if we can. And when you look at repeat business, there's 3 categories. There's new products. So you might say, okay, a client that I have today decided it was going to buy a new product. So I'm an Apple user, by the way. I love Apple. I think God's a woman, and I believe that she has an iPhone, by the way. And so, let me see, make sure I got this right. There we go. I believe she has an iPhone. So if I said, okay, I decided to go out and I decided to buy an iPad, let's say, and I didn't have an iPad, that would be me buying a new product. So how many clients bought a new product? Then the next one is how many will repeat business? So an example is I have an iPad and I decide, you know what? I'm going to upgrade the iPad. I'm going to go get the newest iPad out there, or maybe I need a protector screen, or maybe I need a new cord. So existing client purchases within an existing product, maybe they upgraded to a VIP. Then the last one is your membership subscription program. And then your membership subscription program is you sell something one time and the revenue comes in over and over and over again. So how much revenue, how many clients did you have yesterday that fit one of those 3 categories? Here's the point. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And I want you to really focus and embrace that principle, because that principle works. With or without you, it does work. And then our third area that we want to look at today is celebrating any wins. So one of the things I really admire about what we do is it's not all about just beating you up and saying, oh, did you do this? Did you do that? It's about stepping back and asking powerful questions, because powerful people ask powerful questions, because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So I want you to slow down for a moment. I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of for the sales department yesterday? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment in the sales department yesterday? Number 3, what do you really want to brag about? Like just for the sales department. Like if I could bring you on here right now and you could just brag and say, you know what, yesterday in the sales department, this is what we're most proud of. What would it be? Wow. Isn't that amazing? And then we say, no, we're not going to stop there. Every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. We're now going to focus on what are the challenges that we have? You see, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're now going to focus on what are some of the challenges we have. Number 1, what's your biggest roadblock yesterday in the sales department? Number 2, what is preventing your sales department from moving forward today? And number 3, what's the one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move the business forward? Like there is no stepping back on that. Wow. Isn't that cool? And then my message of the day is stay the course. My message of the day is stay the course. Focus on doing small things well, and you will get big results. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 up and away. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown. Thanks for tuning in on the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for inviting us in to be part of your company, part of your culture. Thanks for having us on your smartphone or your iPad. I don't take it lightly. Or maybe you're watching the replay, or maybe you've downloaded on the podcast, or maybe you're on your TV screen right now. You popped in for these 15 minutes. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. You're an amazing CEO. You're an incredible CEO. And for you, the best is still yet to come. With that being said, God bless. Keep doing God's work, and I'll see you on the other side.